Hello, hello. Alright, I'm on my way. And just to point out, this Stony Hill church we're passing on the left here, that's the first scout troop I linked up with when I left the camp in 2014. So that's where they meet over there, and I actually did a scout event over there. That's in earlier scopes of mine. Alright, we're now approaching Stony Hill Square. This is Stony Hill Square in Upper St. Andrea. Well, I've just left Manor Park, which is down in the flat, but I'm up in the hills now and heading to this location. So the last time I was here, I made a right here as my immediate right and up to that waterfall. It's called Falling Edge Waterfall. I just saw the name. I realized I didn't know the name before. Anyway, driving through the near Kingston rural countryside. I'm in the mountains now and a little bit of rain, unfortunately, but it is sunny. But I'm heading now to the Jireh Eco Park. For those who've been following, this is the gentleman who I had the amazing luck of running into, being a good neighbor, helping him out with a problem with a broken pipe. That allowed me to surprisingly hook up with the one person in Jamaica who has everything that can help me fill out the blank spaces I had with the offerings of Hope Zoo for the Scouts and for everybody, actually. So I am now on my way to his property, and I hope I don't pass it. And it's not very far, just a few minutes out, but we're now officially into the countryside of outskirts of Kingston. So this would be the way we'd go if we're heading into the interior of Jamaica. One of the ways to go. So this is currently on what's called Stony Hill Road. And believe me, this is a stony hill. Very, very aptly named location. And yeah, so we're in the middle of a mountain range right now. And again, the Jamaica country vibes are quite beautiful, very natural setting. So this will be good for those who are in the future going to come to the eco adventures that we're going to set up at this location, because this will be part of the route on the way from Hope Zoo over to this location where they have, like I said, go-kart rides, and you're going to set up paintball, and there's a river, there's a waterfall, there's water activities, a lake, a whole bunch of fun stuff. So this is going to be the fun side of things. And I should be pulling up near to it shortly. So hopefully I don't have to use the phone, because that's what I'm using the scope. And hopefully I have signal, because down in the valleys here and in between the mountains, I know signal will drop out. You guys have to let me know if the signal quality is decent, because I can't tell, obviously. I'm the guy filming. So it's always going to look good for me. Alright, let's see here. I may have to ask just to make sure I don't pass this location. Let's see, I don't think I've passed it. I hope not. We'll keep going until I find out where this Eco Park is. But it's Jireh Eco Park. I've actually been around here once to do a consulting job for a gentleman, so I'm not totally unfamiliar with the area. This area is called Golden Spring. We're right now in Golden Spring in the countryside of Jamaica, on our way to Jireh Eco Park and Adventure. So let's see, shouldn't be that much further, because he did say it was only about 15 to 30 minutes out from Manor Park, which I live. Are you in New York? How's the weather in New York? Is it warmed up any? I know it's a bit cold recently, so. And I may miss some of your comments, obviously. I'm driving on narrow country roads, so I kind of have to look, watch where I'm going to make sure I don't have an accident. See, we're passing through a little tiny town, and it's a little bit of a flat in between. And I have to say, the rain has made everything so green and lush. It's like, wow. I'm looking around, and I wish I had the hemispheric camera instead, the 360 camera, because I'm telling you, everywhere you look is something nice, And I'm glad the sun's out, so then everything's nice, green, pretty, and cool. Can't ask for more than that. see. I hope I'm not gone too far. I think I'm going to ask in a minute just to be sure I don't pass this location. I have to tell you, there's some fancy homes around these parts, and actually back where I left a little earlier, that you wouldn't believe. When I say fancy, like Hollywood fancy, you know, real amazing property, but of course hidden away from the main road. You know, you'd have to know somebody to get in there to see. And I'm right by a river. I think this is a river that runs through the property. So you know what? I think I'm close. I do believe I am close. So I'm asking somebody, the very next person I see. I do believe I'm close, because he did say the river ran through it. And I'm sure I'm adjacent to a river right now. How hot? It's about maybe 81, 82 at best. At best. Really not hot at all. And again, that's Jamaica in the winter months is a good time, because the burning heat is gone, and it's just you know, a reasonable warm and cool at nights. So you get a nice break. All right, I'm looking for a sign for this location. But I have to say, I'm happy to see that the drive 2 is going to be a lovely drive. This is Kingston, or I think St. Andrew. But yeah, St. Andrew. But this is, I'm not sure which part of St. Andrew, but definitely I think it's St. Andrew. But heading out of St. Andrew, and oh, I think there's some activity over here. See a whole bunch of people staring. Oh, they're doing some like power bikes, you know, dirt bikes. Must be some little dirt bike activity off to the right. All right, I think I'll ask this family, they may know. Sorry, excuse me, sorry to bother you. Could you tell me, am I near to Jireh Eco Park? Jireh Eco Park and Adventure.
What are you looking for?
The Jireh Eco Park and Adventure.
I never heard of that.
Never heard of it, huh? It's somewhere around here. We haven't heard of it. It's like a park where you have...
Down there, so
Down there? Okay.
Because somebody just passed and asking for a place in Golden Spring where they have the park.
Oh, with that, for the park too?
Square, they having something up there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's not the biking thing?
No, not the bike thing. No. All right. Thank you. All right. Sure, I will. Sorry. Excuse me, guys. Do you know where Jireh Eco Park is? The Eco Park.
Eco Park?
Like a park, like a waterland and a fun park and whatnot.
Not to worry.
Yes.
No turn-offs. Just go straight down here past the school on this hand.
Yes, school on the left. All right.
After you pass the school,
yes.
Then a little further down, it's over on this side.
On the right. Okay, thank you.
Can't miss it. Trust me, can't miss it.
Okay, thanks, man. Thanks for that. All right. Well, I've got the... Oh, how's the signal now? Oh, yeah, it's probably going to be choppy. Sorry about that. I just got directions. So people don't seem to know it by the name, but when you say the fun park, he's like, oh yeah, straight down the road, make a right. I don't know if you heard that, but anyway, should be there shortly. I just have to keep going. Can't miss it, he says. So we'll just enjoy the view. And yeah, I should be there soon. All right, so I'll step on the gas a little bit. He said there's a church on the left. Oh, is it school, he said? I think he said a school. School on the left. And then the park on the right. So again, really lovely. Oh, you lost signal? Uh-oh. Yeah, it's going to be choppy. I apologize for that. The signal is going to be choppy because I'm in between the mountains. Oh, here it is. Here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. Okay. So we are here. And I better, nobody's manning the gate, so. Wow, it's all right. A little smaller than I expected. But it has potential, that's for sure. All right, so you know what? Let me park somewhere here and give Mr. Charles a call. So this is it. So you guys can see, there it is. We are here. And again, you know, the idea is rustic. So, okay, I see the bumper boats. I see these are the rides. So these are the rides that used to be in New Kingston that are now here. But how's the signal now? Let me know if the signal is decent. I'm going to find a spot to park here. All right, let's see if I can do a little parking. Because he said, oh, I see, oh, okay, there is the parking where he's probably at. I went too low. Oh, you know where I am? Okay, that's good. I'm glad you know, because this is all new to me. So I'm going to pull in this from the far side here. All right, and see, because he said he would be here, so we'll see. All right, but yeah, it's overgrown. Wow. Oh wow, he's even got the motion theater. Oh guys, this is good. Let me take it off the base. 1 second here. You know what? This actually, here, let me show you something. Oh wow, he even bought this. Look at this. This is going to be nice. This is one of those devices, you know, the motion theaters that when you're watching the movies and it moves around. I hope it's still in decent order, because with a little bit of funding, man, we could bring this back. And this is great. This is part of what could be a nice immersive experience. See it there? So this, if you're familiar with these motion rides, it's on a structure that can lift it up in the air and move it around. So if you were, say, pretending to be in a jet or a plane or something like that, you could use that for that. And here's the man himself. Ah, okay. Charlie, how are you, sir? I'm live scoping, so yes. I wanted to scope the trip over here. So everybody, this is Charles.
Yes, hi.
And we will be linking up today to do some photography and do some talks, man. Yes.
Yeah, man. Why not?
All right. So where can I park? Just park next to you up here.
Yeah, man.
All right. So let me do that. Okay. All right. So park to the right of you, correct?
Yes.
Park to the right. All right. Okay, guys, this is good. All right. So I tell you what, I'm going to talk with Charles. So we're here now, and we're going to get together and discuss all the options here. I love the property, though. I like it. I'll switch. Definitely. A lovely piece of property you have here, man. I'm just telling everybody, wow, you know, from a natural standpoint, this is great. Now, how? Yes.
Show your diagram. Maybe we can go inside and look at all the things.
Oh, sure. All right.
I just charge battery with one solar panels. We have to take them down because they had stolen a number of batteries.
Yes, yes.
One of the things we have here, a lot of petty theft.
I may have a solution for that.
All right.
Yes, I have some technology, man. Very cheap, but very effective. Yes, yes, right. For intrusion detection and such.
Yes, we need some of that, man.
Okay.
And we haven't. Well, I should have brought in one last week.
Yes.
And I didn't get the person who was taking it in. And
yes.
Hopefully at the end of the month, I should get it in. So it could send me some information.
Okay.
They stole at least a couple of $100,000 of batteries. The big batteries.
Oh, wow.
So I have to put them on the type lock and key.
Right.
I'll show you the golf cart that we had running on solar.
Oh yes, 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 yes. Yes, and that's what I like, you know, the IT, you know, STEM related science stuff. Definitely want to push that.
That is what I really want to push for the young men.
Yes.
Because the young men need challenged.
Yes.
That's why they keep on all the foolishness all around the place, fooling around girls, fooling around internet,
right,
and robbery and stealing and stuff like that.
Right.
If we give them enough challenge, they will be all right.
Yes, I agree. All right, let me grab my stuff here real quick. Yeah. All right, guys. Sorry. Hey guys, sorry. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be a little choppy in and out. Let me know how the signal's doing, because I know we're a little bit in between the mountains, so I'm not sure exactly how strong the signal is or not. But I'll do my best to make it work. And like I said, I will stream as much as I can, so you guys get to see this in the works. And all right, there we are. We have everything together here. All right. So keys. I dropped them in my pocket. Oops, sorry. Yes. All right. It was an easy ride. Yeah. You know, I only asked once just to be sure I wasn't, you know, going off the track at all. But you know, it was easy. No problem at all. All right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But the red tape is just affording.
Oh, really? Oh, to get a little housing development over there.
I don't know if you saw where another entrance was. Looking like this, but that's smaller.
I might have noticed.
So the shooting range, you'll hear them from time to time. That is one of the things that we're going to be trying to work with them on.
Okay.
Because it's noisy, yes, and we're hoping that they'll go indoors.
The shooting. Oh, okay. So it's an active shooting range, right?
Yes. If you listen carefully, you hear poof, poof, every now and again.
Okay, all right. Here, let me have my stick. All right. And, it's nice and sunny today. I'm glad the sun came out.
Oh boy,
I was,
we had good fun.
yes, the motion machine. Where did you get that? That was at the same park in
Yes,
New Kingston, huh?
I have, and
That's
need
good,
some
you
help.
know.
We don't know about it. Can you help me to bring in the next one? I have a newer one sitting in New York right now. I don't know if
In
it
New
sees
York.
it yet.
Really? Already? Okay, well,
We bought it, and we didn't have the money. To, we
right.
had the money to bring it in,
Yes.
and when we were to clear some of the things, it was terrible with customs. We got them duty free, and
Yes.
we paid more for storage because customs hold up the thing
Right,
than the
right,
savings
right.
in duty free.
And that seems to happen a lot, I'm hearing, where customs, creates these
Bad.
delays and then
Yes, man.
charge you all these storage fees
Yes.
while they
Well,
hold up
what happened?
your.
Customs have a thing to say Jamaica first,
Yes.
and guess what? They stupidly use
Yeah.
that Jamaica first thing for a waste of time and energy. Like, for example, that storage
Yes.
and demurrage, guess where that money goes? Back to New York.
Oh, Lord, really?
So it doesn't come to Jamaica.
Right,
It goes
right.
back to New York
Back to New York.
because the people who own the containers and all that,
Yes.
they are the ones.
Oh, wow. Oh, dear. Yeah, that's not good. And this is one of the things I've been talking about, that, we really need to do something about addressing the red tape, and the corruption, it's really.
To the person, the director now of the what they call it, the growth council.
Yes.
A guy named Obin, who grew up together as youngsters.
I've heard him. Yes, he's the government.
Yes.
Okay.
Used to be the man in Recon,
Okay.
but he went all sorts of other things.
Okay.
But let's go inside and let me just show you a map. This is our biggest problem, mess all over.
Oh, I know.
Once the activities of the cows don't come,
Right.
I just let you know where we are back because I started to know what the park. Sorry about the space of use.
Oh, don't worry. This is fine. Now, do you mind? Is there anything sensitive you don't want?
No.
I mean, can we talk or?
Can talk,
Yes.
and I won't say anything that is sensitive.
Okay. Actually, I can put this on a stand here. Tripod.
She looks a little bit.
Oh, the signal is good now? Okay, great. I know coming this way, the signal chops in and out.
Yes, especially in the
Right.
It's a stony that the signal is terrible.
Goes down. Okay.
This here really is a big blow. It's a teddy bear that is 3 stories tall.
Oh, wow. This, so you see that, guys? That's a 3-story tall teddy bear.
Yes.
Who would have thought sitting here? I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, I can show you some pictures.
Wow.
The kids love to take pictures with it. And got some kids inside it. But because of my concern with the last thing,
Yes,
I ended up bringing the things inside.
That's a shame. Do you have to keep a guard here 24/7? You have to have security, and that's one of the things in Jamaica, guys. The predial larceny and just general, criminal activity is a problem for businesses here. Now, I have been working on solutions for this, so I do have some options here to protect premises, especially with solar-powered products. Believe it or not. So I like seeing all the solar panels around here, right there, right? Because Jamaica enjoys too much sunshine for us not to be taking advantage of solar energy.
Absolutely.
We really should be pushing for that. So, here.
Okay.
These are the blueprints. Okay, great.
And we can send you better diagrams, but
Now, do you have this scanned into a computer by any chance?
yes, yeah, man.
You do have it scanned, okay, good. Because that would help again with the strategic planning and such. All right. Okay.
This one on the rough side, but okay, this is us on the main, and we're actually about here now. We're about
right there.
About
okay. All right.
And so the property. No, 1 second. This is.
This is location of site. Yes.
Actually, Wagwater River flows this way.
Okay.
Through the Wagwater, but on this diagram it's shape.
Okay.
So if you notice this kind of semi-triangle here.
Yes.
Frostum like.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So actually we're here. We're here, right?
Wow. So all of this is a property?
All of this coming
My
way over to
God.
Here.
This is gigantic.
This is almost a mile long. Roughly a mile long.
Okay.
So when you go up and see the hills, you can always traverse and get 5 miles over.
Man, this is fantastic. It really is. I'm surprised. I didn't realize it's so big enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Building a nicer lake than this.
Yes.
And all of this here, this part is 30 odd acres.
Yes.
And this part is a 5-acre lake.
Okay.
And in the 5-acre lake, we're going to have this island of Jamaica. In the new diagram, you see there's an island of Jamaica, 3 acres in size and 2 acres of water around it.
Wow, within the lake itself, like a mini island of Jamaica.
Yes, a mini island, 3 acres in size.
Yes,
and you have hills and stuff like that.
Wow, you guys seen this? Wow, that's great.
So
wow.
So as I said before, we are right way down here. This was a little building, and we extended. We're going to push it over a little bit on both sides.
Okay.
And this is our go-kart track up here, a little bit more than what is shown here. And our recreational building is over here.
Okay.
This is a great house. You're going to see it. It is a tremendous place.
Yes.
We're setting it up within a year from now. We should have it as a 20-bedroom boutique hotel.
Okay.
So we're going to get a lot of old-looking furniture and so on and so forth.
Yes.
And it's this great house. The base of it is over 300 years old.
Oh wow!
From I think it's 1698. It was built.
Yes, right. So in and around, where is that? Right here, right? I see the outline of it. So that's the. Oh, this is the what was the name of the great house again?
Temple Hall Great House. This is Guavo.
Guavo. Okay. Yeah. So you said this is the Okay. So the Temple Hall Great House. Now, if you guys recall, I'd mentioned this before that Jamaica has a lot of great houses that were where the slave masters or their appointed, trustees would live to oversee work. So Temple Hall is a famous
slaves on the Temple Hall property.
Okay.
And as it went by, every few years they would either add or reduce the slaves, and eventually this became not just a slavery property. Well, indentured laborers was also semi-slaves. They got eventually indentured workers from Cuba.
Okay.
And that's why a piece of the history speaks about Jose Marti coming here. Jose Marti
to this particular property.
This particular property to raise monies for the Cuban Revolution.
Oh.
And there is a postage stamp right now in Cuba in current use that speaks about the green fields of Temple Hall, where Jose Marti raised money for the Cuban Revolution.
Wow.
Hardly any Jamaicans know
that. I certainly didn't know at all.
So the property has, I'm so glad I got this property because it has more history than many other properties. For example, coffee was first brought and grown here on this property, right up on the hillside.
Oh, really? Over here, right in the back of us there.
And we still have a coffee plant here. Of course, it's not the same place. We have about 5 acres of coffee.
Okay.
Over on the other side of the hill. And another piece of history again. This was owned by the 3rd or 4th governor of Jamaica. It was given to him as a present. 3,000 acres. And we only have 100 odd left of it. Yes, as a present. It was given to him because he got married to Sir Jeffrey Laws, I think was his name. He was the owner of a lot of property in Jamaica, and he was the governor of Jamaica at the time. And this guy Temple got married to one of his daughters.
Oh, okay.
And it was given to me as a wedding present. That's what history says.
Yes, yes.
You know? Okay, so this is what water river flowing here.
Okay, so where's that
We're gonna go.
relation
We're gonna
to
go
us?
out
Is
there.
it this
It's about
on this side, right?
yeah, it's about a quarter mile or a half a mile walk from here. We're gonna go up there shortly.
Okay.
And we're gonna walk to the river and we're gonna walk back. And I'm gonna show you all the rest of the property. I guess we won't be able to go over there now unless you want it a little walk.
That's a fair amount. Yeah, I mean, if we can, is there a vantage point to see? I mean, firstly, I don't mind walking. I ran about 8 miles this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, every day, man. I'm regularly. Yeah, as my viewers know, right? Yeah. I'm always running, so there's nothing new for me. I look forward to this.
I walk. I'm not able to run very much anymore. I suffer from a thing called PAD, peripheral artery disease.
Oh, okay.
Constriction of some of the veins in my leg, but it is improving. It has improved. It was very bad maybe 10 years ago. Yeah. It has improved little by little by little. Okay. The more I walk, the more it improves. Okay. This actually here is a tremendous aqueduct in its time, and right off here there was a wheel.
Yes. And the water wheel. A water wheel. Yes, okay, right.
It's familiar time.
Okay.
But some of the ruins are in the bushes here.
Still there. Okay.
The aqueduct is still good looking for looks.
And this is the original aqueduct from.
I'm trying to tie down exactly when the history. It could be from the Spanish time, which is built.
Wow.
The English came in 1658.
Yes.
And I can't find any English history on it.
Yes.
The Spanish didn't keep as good a history as the English.
Right.
So I'm assuming it could possibly be.
No, but anything near that age is fantastic. I mean, wow. Okay, and for it to be good, and not just a testimony to the quality of the engineering at the time.
Yeah. It's almost 25 feet tall. Wow. When you go on there, when you're far, it doesn't look good. Yes. So again, that's a nice piece of history. Yes. And then there's a big old tomb here. It looks somewhere right off here. It's called Mary Plunkett's tomb. She was buried here 200 odd years ago, and the tomb looks almost like new. Wow. Youngsters are a little afraid of coming near by the tomb. Right. Life and death is the same. And in the history of the place, when Jose Mata came, it was a tobacco farm. There were hundreds of acres of tobacco. Listen to this now. In 1850, I think, or 1855, it won the prize as having made the best cigar in the world. And guess what was the prize? 50 pounds. Of course, 50 pounds in 1850, you could probably buy ton of money. You could buy maybe 100 acres of land for that. Wow. Yeah. So it has a lot of history. Yes. And I would love this place to remain, preferably in my family, but to remain an asset to Jamaica. When we bought it, it had just been running down. Yeah. One other thing, vandalism, they burned down the Great House twice. I heard, I was reading, I did a little research in the paper, and I saw that. Yeah, what a shame. And so these were intentionally set fires. Let me tell you, Christ. They burned up even all the toilets burned up because they said some gays were living here. Really? And I said to myself, so Jamaican homophobia, unfortunately, has cost us some history. Do you hear this? Yes. Wow. Furthermore, they used to have lots of big parties here, 2,000-3,000 people. Yeah. And I gather there's a few days after a party. So some people say that it has to do with the fact there was a feud at the party. Yeah. Who knows? I don't know, but but most people who agree that there was some. That's a pity. I mean, the government should really have conducted a survey of the country to identify sites like these and make sure steps are taken to protect them. Because they have identified it, but they haven't put anything into it. Yeah. I am working with the historical, the government side of the historical society, and they have been very helpful. As a matter of fact, one thing they've told us about what we should do regarding the aqueduct and so on and so forth regarding the Great House. Unfortunately, the Great House was not kept in its very original form. But if you know what to look for, you will see the original Great House within the house that's there. Yeah. Because any house like that that is kept for, say, 300 years will change. Yeah. Because it will become more modernized. Like for example, the Great House was a stone house, all stone, and you can see some little indication of the stone. And the walls were like 3 feet thick. When you go up there, you see how thick the walls are. Because at that time they never used steel in buildings.
Right, so you had to have the extra to have the structural support.
And concrete, as we know it, didn't exist then. So concrete, as we know it, was at that time it was limestone and molasses and sand.
So I guess which is clever, you know, because they're using the materials at hand.
Yes, yes.
In order to
yes. And what the past owners way down the line did is use concrete now and seal the structure because it was a stone structure. So when you go up there, I'll show you a few little parts. So all those things are inside here. Tremendous history. Listen to another thing about this great house here. Maybe 20 years ago, the best restaurant in Kingston and maybe the Jamaica was here.
Was here. Wow.
But again, the violence thing, the person who ran the restaurant, they beat up herself and her husband. What happened? They didn't have enough security.
Right.
And not enough lighting, and guys came in and hurt them, and so they left the restaurant and so on and so forth. But one of the things we want to do as soon as we get the opportunity, put in the lighting and the security. Well, if we're putting a best hotel, we will have many security, lots of lighting.
And talk to me about that. I'm an expert at this. Trust me when I tell you, I'll give you good advice on that because I'm dealing with that where I'm at now, and I have implemented again effective cost-saving technology and the latest cutting-edge stuff to deal with exactly that.
Yes, absolutely. Now we've built a section of the park already. As I said before, this section, well, in the diagram you don't see it as this, but around here is the kiddies park.
Kiddie park.
We're putting initially sewage here, but put the sewage elsewhere. It's the kiddies park that as it exists as you see the pictures here. And up here is the adult and teenage park. So in fact, the go-kart track is there. When you go up, you'll see it. Yes. And we have some kiddies go-karts which we set up for here. So this is what we call the recreational building. It's a hub. It has a big covered area, and so but we want to cover all of this because of the rain.
Right, which makes sense. Yeah.
And then we have this part of the lake now. This part of the lake, you'll see little sections of it. And then this is mostly built, but I need some money to make it function. We're using some special water purification, silver copper ionization, and ozone treatment for the water, powered by solar. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's totally JPS free. Right. So this is actually in position, not the whole of it. It stops to here. We'll have another part coming. But it's not in use now. So this is the part before the river, which you'll see. We'll have most of it in some form of setup. And this part here now, we have approval for 30 cabins.
And this is huge, right?
This is huge.
This is very big. And this is great. I was mentioning to the followers that in America, there's an area called, but there's an area in New York called Camp Alpine where we take the cubs for camping. And this is pretty much the kind of layout. We have little cabins and little camping areas all spread out in the natural environment that they can use to do cub and scout activities.
Some parts of this is very steep, and some part, all of here is flat. But here is flat or relatively flat. So here has a lot of nice big trees, and it's lovely for camping. So you see like how some campsites is just this big flat place. Well, these have a lot of trees. So whenever it's raining or whenever the sun is too hot, there's trees and stuff. Over here has huge trees now, guango trees and stuff like that for zip lining.
Great.
We actually were putting a zip line across there. We have everything for it, just putting it in.
Installing.
And you can come up here and zip down.
Yes.
To come down. And this is show where the cabins are. These are approved by the government.
Good.
So we're going to go after the diaspora for both from the Great House and the cabins.
Yes.
And we're putting the cabins in groups. Say, for example, you have a group of 100 people, say 50 people to come, which is say 2 bus loads. Each one of these cabins probably can take a dozen people. So,
okay, so it doesn't need those cabins.
yes, because
if you guys can see this, I'll try and show it a little bit closer. There's I'll give a little higher perspective on the map. The lighting's a little challenging here, but the sunlight there. But as you can see, I'm just going to hide the bright sunlight there. It's a vast piece of property, and of course, I'm going to be scoping and taking photos of this, so you'll have this in reality, you know, laid out in photographs and in 360 video. So we'll have a good idea.
This is the cabin that we have to shoot.
All right.
And so it's a high roof, so we have like bedrooms down the side here, and then we'll be able to have like lofts up there, so we can take a number of people in the cabin.
Okay, and this is all wood construction.
Yes, all timber.
Okay, nice. All timber.
The shop now is the tree house. I told you about the tree house.
I heard you mention it. Yeah, right.
All the big guango trees are going to have a big tree house. I'm talking about a tree house as big as a cabin.
Really?
So yes,
nice.
you can take 34 people in some of them.
34 in a tree house. Wow,
yes,
that's amazing.
In terms like
that's an entire troop almost. Yeah.
Yes, 2 trees together.
Yes.
And then you can zip from one large tree to another large tree.
Yeah.
We want to make it very exciting. So when you come, it's like you want to come back.
Yes.
You didn't see enough when you want.
And that's good. I can't think of a similar accommodation in the States that I'm aware of. Not that I know of.
The one I know of is in Costa Rica. There's some in the States. I think
tree houses like that.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Right.
There's a guy that has tree houses. Like on one huge tree, he'll have 3 levels of tree houses.
Oh my God! Wow.
So, all right, so let's take a little walk around.
All right.
Let's see. Down that way. That's a little island. When we go there, you'll see.
Okay.
It is actually a little. It's almost like this, but we don't have the Jamaica shape in it. The one with the Jamaica shape is not finished, but I'll just kind of go quickly, or maybe when you're leaving, we can look at that.
All right.
We're always it's a one big nice thing. You wanted to walk over there?
Sure. Yeah, I follow you. Let's spin.
So this is a sample of the go-kart.
Okay, all right. So there you go, guys. The go-kart right there.
Yeah, they don't want to cut because the rains.
Yes, all over, I realize. And that's, so you guys notice there's a lot of growth, and that's because I've told you that non-stop months of rain every day that's been going on. As a matter of fact, it even rained today.
So many days without rain for a long while.
Right.
So this is the kids' park. Merry-go-round, safari train. This is one that way over the other side. That's the splash deck that the kids love.
Okay.
So water tumbling over and so on and so forth.
Okay. And yeah, guys, for those of you having trouble with the signal, I'm going to repost this on YouTube, so you'll see it in full quality, full entirety on YouTube. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do anything about the signal strength. That's a function of the local internet providers here. But I will post this fully on YouTube, so look forward for that. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see the links to that. And if you do a search on YouTube, I'll put in the name. So it's Jireh, Jaireh, correct?
J-I-R-E-H.
So I keep messing now. J-I-R-E-H. So if you look for Jireh Eco Park, you will find this video on YouTube very soon. I'll post it as quickly as I can. All right.
Some ducks there in the boat.
Oh, the ducks. Yeah, I see.
Yes, there's a lot. This here is a part of a little mini lake. This is an island here. It's bushed up, but once you cut the grass, it comes just like this.
Right.
Let me just walk.
And I see some of the little boats. One over there, right? Some of the fun, yes.
This is a part of the
So you have the equipment here.
fun stuff.
Right. And again, I remember these rides. So these were the rides that were in New Kingston. Some of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
These were.
And that's the irony. I was telling people about. I was actually in New Kingston 2 days before I met you, talking about this exact stuff.
Yeah.
And I was wondering where it went. I tell you, the coincidences, my friend, are unbelievable. It's still blowing my mind. Because literally, I was literally walking through scoping New Kingston, talking about the very same stuff that you guys are seeing right now on the video. You know, what are the odds of that? Sure.
What happened? So this is the island. Water
Okay.
going right around.
Yes.
And well, these are some of the bumper boats. They're just there because we don't have any much water in it, and we're going to have to fix. We built a nice dam.
Yes.
And there was earlier on a lot of heavy rains, and it just brought some huge stones. Some stones are 10, 15 tons, and just washed them further down.
Right, right.
And where those stones are is now sand, and we had this 12-inch pipe that brought in the water, and that's full of sand now. So we have to fix that.
So get water back in here, yes. Right. So this is being fed once it's done from the river, correct? To fill up with water, yeah. Okay.
If you notice, you can see that once this is cut back again,
yes,
you should really cut it. You'll see the it's a nice lawn. So there's a play area over here.
Yes, yes.
Has a little park here that this is just to show how fast it goes. I think it's probably a month ago this was cut.
Right, I know the growth is amazing with the rain. It's just all the water that's been coming down. That's
so
made it
it's a little jetty here.
Yes.
And you can boat from this jetty up to a next jetty I'm going to take you to.
Oh, so they can travel. It's sort of like a lazy river thing. I guess it will have a flow to it.
It's like a little river.
Okay, yes, and yes.
What we do, you see, we cut tree bark. I was showing you the thing. We cut some tree barks and they look just like an alligator in the river.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you get a chance to see it now. And we tie them down with a little piece of wire or something like that.
Yes.
And when the thing moves, it's like the alligator moving. So it's very interesting.
Yes. So from where we're standing now, going off towards the hill behind you here.
Yes. All of over there, that's where the real lake is.
Okay.
You can see a cow if you look up.
Yes, I see it.
And they give us a hard time. They let them go and stuff like that. But we'll get, once we have over there running. All of down this side is water also. We had to stop it from coming over there because it gradually creeps over next to it.
Right.
We have liners in the States sitting in a warehouse right now to pick up, because all of this has liners on it.
Yeah, I noticed. To keep the water in it.
Up when they're heavy.
Yes.
And
when they walk on it,
it's mucky underneath the bottom and just bore straight.
So I'm assuming, I guess maybe the first step once you're up and ready to get really big in the rolling is to get the entire property, I guess, fenced off, right? So that you can keep out errant cows and, you know.
Property was fenced, you know.
Okay.
But
so it was fenced before.
Aside from the river.
Yes.
Where the kids could fish over here.
Yes.
Yeah, so all of this was, you know, I planted all of over here with some grass.
Yes.
It was nice and okay, and I don't see one piece of that grass over here.
Yeah, because that's the problem. You know, if this other grass is more aggressive, it will crowd it out.
More aggressive,
yeah. Wow.
Look at the cow stuff, because they come over.
Right.
So that's the splash pool for the kids. So it's turn it on water spray from all different directions.
All right, the splash pool. Yeah, I was zooming on that. So there's a splash pool area for the kids right there.
It's only 6 inches deep.
Yeah.
And they play in the water, so nobody can drown.
Right.
Everybody
nice and safe. Yes.
And I said before, we have we're in the process of buying that, but it stopped working.
Yeah.
And so we return to the people. When we get ours, we can negotiate something.
All right. So you have another one, you're saying, right?
We bought one in the States.
Yes.
And we just attached.
Yes. Now the river in relation to us is that side. Am I correct? I'm trying to.
What's that?
Where the river is. The river and the Great House are over this way, correct?
It's the Great House, just right there.
Oh, right.
And there's a stone road, maybe 100 years old. I don't know how old it is. From the gate coming right now. Right.
Okay, a stone road. Yes, I see it. Yeah.
It is a real old cobblestone road made of solid stone.
Okay.
Let me bring the diagram. So we're gonna go to that building. That was the old manager's house. And it became
over there.
a drying house that they dry tobacco.
Oh, okay, right.
The past owners had done some work on it.
Okay.
I don't think they did too much of a good job of it, so we just stick it over and do it. Okay, let's go this way. So over here was a part of the great house and the lawns and that is how these grass are aggressive.
Yes, I see.
All of that.
Oh, okay, so that was part of the great house property there. All right. Oh, all right. The wind turbine.
More solar panels.
Oh, and more solar in there. Okay, see there are more solar panels right there. Nice.
All right, we can go 2 ways. Let's walk through the great house. That's the great house.
And I see the aqueduct behind it. Yes. Okay, so there is the. This is the Temple Hall Great House here. And is this where they filmed Royal Palm Estate or something like that?
No.
Where was that? It's a different. Okay, so my mom got it wrong. She thought it was here. Because I'm realizing, I see the original. Some of the road, the stone.
Below here is the stone. It's on the top.
Yes.
Like if you further you go that way, you see the stones sticking out. And we had mostly overall the great house. We just didn't have the money to finish up the job.
Right.
Like when they burned out the house, we had to re-roof it, and we were about 70% finished with the roof.
Yes. Okay. It's a fairly big structure. Yeah.
Yes, but that is not the whole. It is 3 times or 4 times the original size.
Oh, okay.
Some of it
expanded.
Is just a make-believe. Yes.
Extended.
We're adding these columns here to make the house look towards the road.
Right.
Because you'll see the other front. Apparently, the property, this part here. Oh, let me just show you. You see where there's some cornerstones right here?
Cornerstones, yes, I see them. Yeah.
But there's cornerstones in the middle of a building. A historical architect came here. Her name was Dr. Green.
Yes.
She I think is the chief of architecture at UTech, if I'm not mistaken. She showed me all the telltale signs. For example, these here, those stones, is where the real original great house finished.
Oh, okay.
From
the cornerstone to cornerstone.
From those cornerstones.
The outlines
here
of the
now, if you look at
house.
the quality of the work,
there,
look at there, you can see the quality of the work is not as good as this original quality. And when we go closer, you'll see.
Because this can be retrofitted and brought back, no doubt about it. Yeah. And the location is great. Yeah.
And I've spent about $5 million on this building already.
Oh, you spent $5 million on this? Okay. That's $5 million Jamaican, just so you guys know.
Today, US dollar, maybe for 40,000 US.
That's 40,000 US, okay.
All right, so you can see the original building here.
All right, so this is the original.
Look at the quality of cut stone. Perfectly cut. Now,
I hear the shooting.
Yes, right. This is the original stuff. See, I can pick it out with my finger. This is molasses and limestone and sand.
Molasses, limestone, and sand. So if you guys are looking, this is living history right here.
Yes, living history.
This is what was used
to build
back in the day to build housing, right, in Jamaica.
So what they had to do, they had to cover it with real concrete to keep it from falling apart.
Oh, okay.
If they didn't do that, the place would fall apart.
The building would collapse.
But you can see people chipping tough stone. It's a very, very tough stone.
Yeah.
It's about 5 times tougher than concrete, these stones.
Right.
And people had to use little implement
Oh,
some
so it must
custom.
have taken a very long time
most
to
of these
quarry
houses will take
the stone
years
just
to
to
build, yes.
put
Quarry
together
the
this
stone
house.
and yes.
And this is one of the reasons why they probably last so long. If it wasn't for the mortar being weak, you know, the actual stone, right?
Yes, the stones
would last. Wow. I had no idea, you know, well, I'm learning things today, sir. That's for sure.
To see the width of the walls, though.
Yeah. Are those bumper cars I'm seeing?
Yes.
Where'd you get the bumper cars?
I bought them from the same guy in Newcastle. So
okay. They had bumper cars there. I didn't know that.
But they weren't using them because they
Right,
were
right.
having some batteries.
Oh, wow.
See again, the same last week, like pulled the battery.
Right.
Took off the solar panel. This is the one I told you that we made as a little pickup.
Yes.
The rob that's with it.
And you guys are hearing this, right? So a lot of, you know, larceny has gone on.
This is a go-kart that we converted with electric.
Okay.
So we took off
electric.
all the stuff.
Yeah.
So you can see this is the thickness of the wall. See here now?
Right.
Average wall is here thick.
That's the that's the wall thickness. Oh my God! Yes, I just realized. You know, I thought it was like a entry portal.
No.
Now this is the entire wall.
Yes,
my God, that is
If you go
crazy.
down there, so
This thing could.
Yes.
So this is part of the original house. I'm assuming, right? Wow! From here all the way to here, this is the entire wall. Wow! Built. This is almost like a fort. It's almost like a fort. Look at that. Yeah, very thick walls. Wow.
This
and they go all the way up. So this is 2 stories. Sorry, yeah, 2 stories of this.
Yes.
Wow.
And at that time,
I didn't know.
Concrete structures.
Yeah.
They use wooden for the upper.
Oh right. So it's the scaffolding in effect of these big walls, and then you use the wood.
Wooden on the inside.
Right on the inside.
This isn't.
Which makes sense.
This wasn't the original. So remember the burn there?
In the fire. Yeah. There's a fire evidence there.
We're gonna go through that.
What is wrong? Why would people burn a place? It's just
just
unbelievable, destructive mentality. Yeah.
Let me show you where the old original great house.
I love this place right now. I'm telling you, this has just. I'm getting so many ideas. You can't imagine. This is really nice.
Yes. We're going to be scraping on all the walls, and so we're putting putting back the upper floor and put a loft in it that you can get a beautiful view. I'm going to let you get a little view shortly.
All right.
This was done less than 100 years ago, so the great house didn't have this.
Right. So it's like a portico. Yeah.
And if you stand back a little bit here.
Yes.
You will get a kind of a view of how the great house used to be.
Okay, let me get that.
There are pictures of it on the internet. I can send you some original.
Oh, original from back in the days. I mean, it was before the fire and all.
30 or 40 years ago.
All right, so I'll give you guys sort of a view here. I know I have a good zoom on this camera, but you can see the great house as it more or less appeared. Yes. Yeah. And I love these columns, man. They're nice.
We're making an actual column on the other side, which is bigger than this.
Right.
So we want that side to
show the street. Yes, I see what you're saying. Right.
So all
this
of
is
these
facing the hill.
Bedrooms.
Yes.
Future, and maybe not too far future because we're trying to talk to some people.
Yes.
And if you look carefully at the quality of work, just to show you nowadays work.
Yeah.
This is original.
Yes.
See again, look at the quality of cut stone. I'm going to show you a non-original, right? So the great house finished right here now. See the great house stuff.
Okay. Right.
And you could say, why would you have in the middle of a building cut stone, cornerstones, because this way the house finished.
That's where it's finished.
I'm going to show you from the inside. The historical Elaine Green, I think, she showed me a lot of the tricks of how to find out. This is not original. No. If you look at the quality of the work, it doesn't match.
Oh, yeah, of course. Garbage.
Doesn't match.
Yes. So that's the original, and that's the fraud. As a matter of fact, they're trying to pretend. I see this, because look at it. They didn't even catch it right. They're all curvy.
Yes. Those were all almost identical in size.
Yes.
And these, look at this.
Yes. You can see the difference there. Let's see. This is the original, see? All nice and even. Definitely a huge difference. Well, quality mattered in those days.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Quality mattered. You couldn't get away with foolishness like you can today.
Yes.
So
this is actually.
All right. So all of this is their attempts to expand
Again,
the
if you look
original.
at this,
Yeah, again, yeah, you can see this. It looks sloppy. It definitely, yeah, you could, yeah, come on, you guys can
yeah,
see
in
that, I'm
addition
sure.
to the fact that this
It's
spot here,
clearly not the same, yeah. As a matter of fact,
look at the cornerstones here again.
yeah,
Why is it so good?
yeah. Matter of fact, this looks like, this isn't, this is what, like marl or something,
It's a
right?
softer stone.
Yeah,
These are softer stones. Because they didn't want to show out extra tough stones.
yeah,
All right, here's another little project we're doing. I
yes.
didn't want to show them as is.
Okay,
But this,
understood.
it looks, we've converted the jet skis into a boat. Put a
Okay,
little engine in it.
right,
And put a little seat across it.
right,
Put a solar panel on top of it. Put two youngsters on it.
right,
One tilt the panel left and right and forward and backwards as I told you
right.
before. And one move the engine. So
And
it
it's
can
strong enough to move the boat, the engine, with the panel, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
man, absolutely. A 300-watt panel
yeah.
is about the size, as you know,
Mhm.
this one and about here so wide.
Okay.
And 300 watts is almost a half horsepower,
Oh, all right,
right?
right.
It's a third of a horsepower. Guess what? The boat motors, the trolling motors are 1/3 horsepower.
Oh, okay.
So
What power? What power? 12 volts.
12
volts. Oh, okay then. All right, so that will work. Yeah.
So I've converted several of them. So what
Yeah.
we're going to have now is the kids now, because these are fiberglass, they're easy clean. You can clean them
Right.
up back
And fix them up. Yeah.
and just get a little thing, rub it off and so on. So this is the other part of it. And in the green technologies, it's called what do you call it? Repurposing.
Yes.
The green technology system. Everything still has use later on. Even some of these things here that don't look like have use, eventually.
I know, I'm very familiar. Yeah, that's one of the things I like to do. Yeah, take found materials, work with them, fix them up. Yeah.
All these golf carts were working, and they've been just sitting down because we just hadn't had the money to fix them up.
Yeah.
And a couple of them we used to use to move around the property. But
Yeah.
they stole some of the batteries.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Battery theft is high. And I know that every time I put out the garbage, the guys who come out, oh, you have batteries, you have batteries. You have batteries.
Yes.
So somebody around here is paying money for these batteries. Old, yeah, they don't care. Something's going. It's similar to what was going on with the scrap metal business.
Right.
For those of you guys who are not aware, in Jamaica they had an issue with I think the Chinese coming and buying scrap metal. And what that led to was wholesale theft of scrap metal from everything that people could grab metal from. It was really bad. They were pulling off, manhole covers, roadsides, railings on bridges. It was nuts until the government finally clamped down on it. But for a while, they were grabbing everything. It was nuts. And that's part of the problem. Again, with the economy being what it is, unfortunately, these are one of the side effects of, what's happening. But I'm noticing in the background, and I guess the viewers are seeing that too, that's an aqueduct there. Wow. So that's original.
We're going to go right up.
We're going to go right. Okay. Yes. Great. All right.
But when you get on the civil project.
All right.
Also, covered in the bushes here is the pedestal that the wheel used to be on. It's all covered by vines now.
Yes.
But there's no wheel anymore. But it's our intention eventually.
Yes.
To build an artificial wheel and put.
Okay.
This here was a beautiful lawn.
Yes, I can see.
We had fixed it up
once it's
because there's no money to keep it mowed.
Right.
This is almost 2 acres inside. It went from that tree, little beyond that tree,
all the way over. Oh wow, a very big space. You could have like weddings here, right?
Yes. Michael Manley, I think it's his 3rd wedding, was here. On this very lawn.
Right here.
Yeah, hundreds of people were here.
Wow. And again, the backdrop has historical, cachet right there, yeah. Yeah, oh yes. Oh. Yeah. Damn cows. Yes. Wow, that is high. Wow. I'll let you walk a little bit to it so people can get ideas. You can see the scale of this thing. Oh, you said 25? That may be higher than that. Wow. That looks higher than 25. Yeah, because if I'm assuming you're about close to 6 foot, sir? 6, 1, 2, that's about 30. I'd say minimum 30. Yeah, that's a minimum 30 foot, maybe a little bit taller if you take it to the top of it. And this is all, just so you guys know, this is part of Jamaica's history. Some of these aqueducts, this actually might predate the United States, if I'm not mistaken. Because this is from Spanish times, maybe, or a little past.
This is possibly, we're researching it now.
Yeah.
Pre-1658 is Spanish.
Pre-1658. So what you're seeing here, this is older than the United States, more likely than not. And just again, testament to the, you know, the skill of the builders is still standing. I know, I'm sorry. If you guys miss any of this, like I said, the signal is bad, but I will repost to YouTube and Twitter. So, I mean, and Facebook. So you'll be able to see everything in its entirety, full quality. So, you know, just bear with it at the moment. But you will, if you, again, follow me on Periscope and Twitter, and I will feed you all the links once I have it all recorded and put on my computer. So you'll see
how broad it is from there. It's roughly
oh,
6
yes.
feet
That's
broad.
about, yes, this thing is 6 feet broad. And this again is the part of the original aqueduct. Okay.
All right. So this again is a huge lawn. It goes from where into those trees there.
Yes.
This is a bigger lawn than that one.
Yes.
Look at that cow, man. They send them over to feed.
Yes. Yes.
Look at them. I'm going to run them shortly. Let's go down to the river.
And just so you guys can see this, here's a perennial Jamaican problem. You see the cows over there, cow 1 and cow 2. People release their cows just to roam the streets and the bushes to feed, and they always return home. And I'm surprised nobody grabs them, but I guess you know there's some superstition behind it, right? And plus, it's not that easy to wrangle a cow, I could imagine. So, well, this
cutting some of these.
Yeah. I was gonna say this mower has a hell of a job at the head of it. Yeah.
Very well, but I don't know gas.
Yes.
We're going towards the river now.
Okay.
If you notice, the closer we get to the hill, the more we far.
Yes.
We're not going over to the hill this time. We're just going to the river.
Okay. So the hill is included as part of the property going up above us, or is that? Oh, that's part of the property too. Oh, nice.
Cow there, man.
Yes.
We're on a hill.
So the hill. Okay, so this is where we are.
We're here now.
Okay.
So we need to walk across the river. Actually.
Oh, okay. So the river is in front of us, and this would be part of the hill going up that way.
Yes.
Okay. So these cabins are going to be on the hillside. Is that right?
Okay. Yeah, we're putting
Okay.
some cabins here also.
Right on the flat. Yes.
Most of these are the cabins.
Because you know what's good about the hillside? They have a view.
Yes.
Yeah, they have a nice view. Okay.
Some of them are going to be by purpose put in areas that you won't be able to see the cabin or see anywhere from the cabin.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
give you a kind of secluded.
Like it, right. That's
but
what
we're
you're
putting
saying.
them in
Yeah,
groups
yeah.
in case, for security purposes.
Yes.
4 or so cabins.
All right. Yeah. That's a good idea, and I didn't think of that. Yeah, the idea you really want to feel like you're away from everything.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
What's the problem we have with
the shooting range? Yeah. So you guys just don't be alarmed. You might hear some gunshots in the background, but that's not Jamaican criminals. That's guys practicing at an adjacent shooting range. Yeah.
All right. Actually, this artificial
yeah.
This is a part of it. This is a part of it here. Okay. You notice the cutaway here.
Yes.
All of this was in use at one point.
Oh, okay.
And we
right in front of us.
Put it aside because of, again, getting the cash to push it forward.
Yeah.
And there's a little water slide from up there coming along to this. But I'm not sure all you have left. So this is a swimming here. And there,
okay.
All of this.
Right.
I can give you some pictures later on showing your kids playing in it.
Yes.
We have it lined with a PVC line.
Hmm.
So this way like a C goes around so and then shoots between the bamboo tree and goes down the road. Soon
okay. All right. Hmm.
But eventually they'll have to make it an indoor range so you won't give them much.
Right. Right.
Low with water, you know?
So we're approaching the river right now here that runs through the property. No, this is it's just one river, right?
Wagwater River. Yes,
It's the
the same
Wagwater River.
that goes up to Castleton.
Oh, this okay. So this runs to Castleton.
Yes, there are a lot
All
of
right.
other little feeders to make it a little bigger.
Yes. But you know what you can do is to increase the size, I guess, is dam it a little bit upstream, right?
But that's the dam I'm showing you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the water that comes going to the thing.
Oh, okay, I see.
So you need a little.
I see. Redirect it.
This is left of the dam.
Yes.
And all of these, we had stones piled probably, and you see the size of the boulders.
Right. Oh, and the flood water moved that stuff?
Yes,
What?
easily. Yeah. I can show you if you get on that side. Some boulders that maybe 8-10 feet tall.
Yeah.
Just got washed away. So all of this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see some of them. You see them all over?
Yeah, I see them. Yeah.
All over them.
So this really crested pretty high then?
Yes.
When the rains were on.
It gets a little calm. So
Yeah.
this is about this high.
Yeah.
And all of this was water.
Right,
And
right.
so getting water around the front was easy.
Right. Just redirect it, yeah. And trench it out.
Some of them washed the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. So the water actually was all over here then?
Right.
Yeah.
That was the typical height. See?
Right, that was the height?
Yeah.
Oh, where the stone is, right.
Yeah.
Oh, of the river?
No,
Oh.
the stones that were piled up here.
Piled up, okay. Well, no, but the water had to, if it's going to put the stone that high, then yeah, the water did have to reach that height.
Actually, if you look
Wow.
closely, you'll see garbage.
Garbage, yes, that's it, yeah.
And if you look really
When did this occur? When did the flood occur?
Earlier this year.
Oh, this year?
It got worse.
Whoa.
A few weeks ago, because I didn't know all of this was washed away.
Yeah. Oh, so this is some additional movement. All right.
Rock it back up again and let the water flow. We're actually looking at not even bothering with this, but to just pump it because of the management of the thing.
I see. Water looks nice and clean and fresh. Yeah. I tell you, if I wasn't here on business, I'd take a little dip. But this is good. So everything you can see right now, guys, everything here is going to be part of the future of the development of this property. As I've said before, this is a diamond in the rough. Yes, man. And again, it has a little bit of everything. You know, you've got a great house that can be developed into a fantastic piece of property that has a hell of a history. You have a nice little river here, you know, with very clean water flowing by that can be, you know, shaped and improved and put to use, you know, even for lazy river, right? You have a lot of land space. I mean, it's going to take a hell of a lot of manpower, but it can be done. You know, this place can definitely be transformed and made into something special, again, with good planning, you know. And look at this over here. Wow, this looks nice. This is pretty right here. See this little overhang? Some of these trees must be really old. Wow. It's very nice. Again, nice piece of property. And very big. I'm surprised. I actually thought it was smaller than it actually is. This is a very big piece of land. And we're only just seeing a little piece of it right now. Wow. So definitely a lot of potential here. A lot of potential. So all right, guys. And again, I apologize again for the signal quality. Nothing can do. We're literally, as you can see, I'm in the woods here, man. You know, we're in the bushes. So, you know, I don't have a lot of control over the signal strength. But I'm definitely going to post this video to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you know, so you guys will be able to see everything, right? A little spin here. We don't get busy. But I'm going to post everything on the web. So I will have it up so that you can view it. And I'll probably have to edit a little bit, you know, just for time. So it doesn't run too long. I'm just running this long because, you know, I figured, you know, I'd live stream this because, again, you know, this gentleman and I didn't even know each other before, you know, 2 days ago. And just out of sheer serendipity, you know, and good fortune, Yes, well, this is, this is the typical Jamaican countryside here. Typical Jamaican stream, typical everything. So really, this has a great potential for all of the things I mentioned before. Campgrounds for, a nature play. Because I can imagine here at night. I mean, we're not close to the city at all, so the issue of bright lights at night, night light pollution is not an issue here, right? And I can imagine, the nights are pretty cool, and because we're up in the hills, so it's not going to be hot here, so you won't have to worry about sweating. And just imagine there are going to be cabins behind me, and I don't think you can see, but it goes up. There's a hill you can see right through that little clearing right here, right? There's a hill up there that all of this is going to have, cabins that you can, come and stay at, and feel like you're away from it all, even though you're close, relatively speaking. You're not so far away that it's a problem to get there and to get back to civilization, quote unquote. So it's going to be nice, man. But yeah, again, the idea here is that this is a diamond in the rough, and for those of you who know about gemstones, the pretty, well cut stone you get in your rings and your jewelry are not how they come out of the ground. They have to be refined, worked on, faceted, cut. So this is but this is great. This is definitely a lot of potential here, a lot of potential. So I'm gonna have to come back. The sun's waning a little bit, but I'm gonna try and make sure I do a good documentation of the place, so I know the extent of it, what's on the property. I'm gonna get a copy of the schematic he has there, because he's thought this through. He's actually a developer, so he knows what he's doing, and hopefully we can get this planned out and quickly, because I want to move fast on some of this stuff. Time is the enemy here. I really want to get things together quickly, but this is a major piece of work here. I can tell you that, just to get this place put together. But with sufficient funding, it's not impossibility. Again, we're not trying to put up, some massive structure here, just to renovate and to improve the property overall, to make it something, viable for scouting and for his purposes here, which are to create these cabins and a place for children to come and get back to nature, get away from their iPads and their computers, and get a real feel for what we have lost in the world. I think this disconnect from nature. I can only recall my son being so excited about ants, discovering ants for the first time at 12 years old, and that's a shame. It should never be something that is so remote to his life, that something I took for granted. A simple thing like ants would, be such a big deal for him at such a relatively late stage in his life. And that's again because, in the United States, for the greater part, and in the urban areas, we're disconnected from nature. So, that's a shame, but it's the reality we face. And, we have to do something to sort of turn that around. So this is going to be part of that solution. And again, a simple hop on a plane to come to Jamaica and enjoy this. So I doubt this is going to be ready in the near term, maybe about a year or so, but it all depends on funding. I mean, a lot can happen very quickly with enough support. So we'll see. He's seeking sponsors, he's seeking funding, and I'm going to help him as best I can, because we all win here, and the kids win, and that's the most important part. So that's what I'm aiming for here. See, I put the shoes right there. Yeah, man, this is nice. Definitely. It's just, again, the growth is crazy because of the rain. We've had, tremendous rain. Like I'm telling you guys, global warming is certainly in effect, because it's all of the rain that has contributed to this growth. And you can see just how much has grown here. Everything is green. Of course, the cows are having a good time. Jake said solar in this foreign interest. Yeah, well, this hasn't been sold. This is going to be for Jamaicans. And for those of you who want to come and enjoy it, once it's fully developed, it's just a matter now of getting the right sponsor, because he spent a lot of money getting this place and securing it, getting the facility, right? Now it just needs to be developed and built upon. And his ideas are great, man. Like I said, this guy, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for a while. So, hey, and apparently he said he has got some interested people talking to him about, developing here. So we'll see how it goes. But I want to help so that, you know, the scouts can get a piece of this, right? This would be great for them. And again, it's beautiful. You saw how quickly I got here. From the time I started showing you the video, from the time I left my house was only like 10 minutes, 12 minutes at most. So that's great. You know, we don't, you know, I brought my son to Jamaica, but what's been crazy are these long, you know, drives through the countryside. I mean, at one point we were crisscrossing to Jamaica so much, my son was getting like vertigo. He was getting sick of it, and I don't blame him. I was getting pains in my ass too from sitting so long and driving, you know, and I can understand, you know, it's part of what it is. But, you know, if we can cut out some of that traveling, that would be nice. For those of us who are Kingston side, you know, and for those of you who want to see more of Kingston, this is actually what has held Kingston back from a certain amount of tourist activity, is that most of the big tourist stuff is in, you know, the other side of the country. And you have to either do long or dangerous or expensive, you know, trips to get there. But here is very close. This is right here. And this is just minutes from downtown Kingston. Right, and from New Kingston and all of Kingston, really. You know, this is just a short drive. Believe me, a very short drive. And a scenic drive at that, too, because you're driving through the mountains. So some of you saw a little bit of that on the way over here. So this is great. This is definitely got potential. And just to reiterate, for those of you just joining, you may try to catch this on replay, but from what I've been told, the signal is not strong. So I will be reposting this edited to YouTube, all right, on my channel there, or you know, I'll see what I can do, you know, with a little bit of commentary to give you guys some context as to what's happening. But basically, this gentleman and I met by accident. You know, he had accidentally broken the pipe for his nephew, I believe it was, across the street from where I live. I was asked to help, and we got to talking, and you know, serendipity would have it, you know, we're on similar mind with what we'd like to see happen for kids in Jamaica. So, you know, this is his property here, and he's working on it now to make it a reality and to develop it. So this is the diamond in the rough, and hopefully, God willing, you know, everything comes together, and you know, you'll have a wonderful place to visit as tourists, and the kids will have a wonderful place to visit. Yes, actually, I'm learning a lot myself. You know, this is a lot of this is news to me. Believe me, definitely news to me. So you know, this is, you know, I love this. This is great. You know, you go out in the world, you talk to people, and you learn new stuff, and you have new experiences. You know, I mean, I'm glad to say I'm 50 years old. I'm not locked in well, not 50, but I'm heading to 50, and I'm not locked in a loop anywhere. You know, I'm able to, you know, do new things and see new things and help kids at the same time. So you can't get better than that. And look, there's a cow again. See that cow? These damn cows shitting everywhere. I'm talking to you, but I gotta be careful. I don't step in any poop. Don't want to have a shoe full of cow mess to drive home with. But yeah, definitely. I can help him too. You know, the security issue, I've been working on that. I actually have a whole system that I call dark security, and I don't want to go into details because some of the best security is the one you don't talk about, so nobody knows how it works. But suffice it to say, it's an improvement on what's in place now. And you know, this is a big property, but I think I could come up with a solution for this place. Again, you know, let's just say lasers are involved. Fertilizer, well, I don't only fertilize in my shoes, so no thank you. But I am loving this aqueduct here. I'll turn around just so you can see it in the silhouette, but that's the aqueduct, man. Wow, look at that thing. And it's huge. You're looking at 30-foot tall structure here. Now, I'm not sure how far up it goes, right, this direction here, but most of it is on the property, and this predates the United States of America. This was up and standing when the Native Americans were in control. Imagine that. So this is like, wow, to think that this has remained in place, right, since then. Now, I hope I'm correct in that, but, you know, I wouldn't doubt it. This is, you know, Jamaica was the eye of Britain, you know, the glimmer in Britain's eye, I should say, long before the United States was even a concept. So, you know, just a little touchstone. No, it's not in use. It could probably be brought into use. I'm not sure. I mean, let's put it this way. What we're looking at here, if all of this bush were flattened, right, and some nice palm trees put up, etc., and I've got a wasp here trying to land on my stick. Anyway, right, if all of this was flattened, as he was saying, it used to be at one point, this used to be a vast garden, right here, leading up to the river. And beyond this aqueduct, and I'll walk through the space here, as you can see, we're walking under it. And this thing has got huge walls. Look at that. This wall is like, maybe I'll give my arm for reference, right? From elbow to fingertip here, right? This, oh no, correction, what am I saying? No, it's far, oh no, I apologize. No, this thing is as wide as me as a man. Sorry, I was measuring off of the wrong thing. Look here, see that? The whole thing is like, yeah, is at least, yeah, it's about 6 or 5 feet wide, right there. Anyway, walking through here, this was a garden beyond it, right? Over here, it said where the Prime Minister got. One of the Prime Ministers, I believe, had a wedding party, so, as you were saying earlier. So, there you go. So we're on the other side of that aqueduct. So how's the signal? Yes, still standing. Standing the entire history of America. And I guess, you know, these things had to be built strong, you know. Remember what they were working with in those days, and, you know, the fact that they didn't have the rapid construction techniques we have now. So if things weren't built to last, you had a problem, you know. It's a little bit blurry. Yeah, can imagine. Well, I'm surprised I haven't run out of data, but I topped up my data just in case, you know. But I think I have seen a lot. Well, what I'll have to do once, you know, the idea, once I get the schematics and they've, oh, it's not clear? Not there. Well, like I said, you know, I will post it to YouTube, so you can follow up there. Right, no cement, as he was showing you. It was molasses and sand and limestone, right, to make this thing. Here's the great house. I don't know if you can, the sun's in the way, but let's see if I get in the shade a little bit. Right, the great house behind me. I'll swing the camera. So there it is. And like I said, I saw bumper cars inside. I was like, wow. Yeah, that's my house. I wish. Let me tell you, if I had this house and could develop it to the right level, man, this would be a fantastic place. It's really nice. And not far from Kingston either. And like I said, there are a lot of, you know, right, it's in the rough now, and that's the thing, yeah. A lot of this, once it's developed, you wouldn't even recognize it, man. It'd be so amazing. And again, this is the parking lot. They used to have parties here. And I can see that happening for sure. But of course, why people had to burn it, I don't know. And that's the problem here, you know, the destructiveness and the criminality. So, here's another structure we're about to visit over here.
Yes, already approved. Already set up within, in other words, they can
and a lot of vegetation on this land, a lot of trees I'm seeing. This is a breadfruit tree, for those of you who are familiar. See, you can always tell the breadfruit leaves. See it there? That's breadfruit. No alligators, thank God. But he's going to put in pretend alligators in the lake to, you know, give the kiddies a little jolt, wake them up. Wow. Oh, you didn't get the story about the burning. Well, what happened? All right, the Great House. The Great House was set on fire twice, I believe, twice by people, you know, and just under the most unfortunate, silly circumstances. And, you know, one of the problems in Jamaica, you know, there's a lot of real, you know, colorful history that's being lost because of, you know, people doing stupid shit or the government not taking an active role in protecting it. Oh, wow, here's a hell of a view right here, if you guys can see this. We're in a vast opening here, going right over to that mountain, a little hill, I guess, right there. Wow. This is another, actually, this is a
clubhouse
structure right here that can be used maybe as like an indoor meeting space, you know, like a canteen. Actually, you know, this could be a nice canteen area where people can come to get stuff to eat. Yeah, and the view, because you know what I could put on top of here? You know, it could be up here, an observatory, right? Put a telescope up there and be able, and I mean, the area here is like very broad. Very broad. It's hard. I don't know how much the camera can convey, but wow. And again, you know, as you can see, the vegetation is just crazy because of the rain. But this cut, trimmed, and organized, man. Oh, I'm so silly. Guess what I'm looking at? Let's see who can figure out first. You know what this is? That's the go-kart track. Oh, so this is the go-kart here, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Right, I see it now. So weaving around here. I guess I can't see it all,
You
but
can send me an email if you want
is
to.
the go-kart area. All right. All right. Okay, so it's all paved out, huh? Yes, I see.
The whole thing paved out together, you know. But look at Comex.
Yeah, I know the cows. Oh wow! See this?
Okay.
That's a cow present right there.
Yeah. You remember the Jamaica Island?
Yes.
The Jamaica Island here. I'm going to show you.
Oh, so that Jamaica Island in the middle of the water would be on that piece of land right there. Okay. Yeah.
All of this hill goes to partially. This is the lower section of the hill.
Right.
And then it goes right on.
Oh, so the hill dips down a bit here and then goes up. All right.
So we start at the dip section.
Okay. I see another water. All right. So this is all like a. Okay. So you redirected the water over here.
This is the go-kart surround.
Yes. All right. So you redirected the water over here to create the an artificial lake, right? Yeah.
I'm going to show you the rest of it up that way. You know that same more here?
Yes, a lot of land here.
Half this place, you know, bay.
Oh, sorry, say again? Yeah.
Yes, the more that you have.
Oh, the more, yes.
Yeah, you can move to it.
Oh, you can go with the more? Yeah, really? Wow.
So you can boat here, straight around to the front.
Yes.
And the water, look at the line. So this is how high the water used to be.
Oh, right. Yes, yes, I see. So the water is much higher there. Yeah.
Yes, actually, we're going, it's much lower now.
Yes.
So it normally is much higher.
Actually, so, if you control, because where's the outflow going? Back to the river?
No, right now, the seepage.
Oh, takes it underground. Ah, but if you line it good, then you have some control, right?
No, the cows, if you look.
Punctuate.
Punctuate all over the place.
Oh, dear.
But because the water is going to go back to the river, because under this, you know,
yes,
is sand and stone.
Okay.
So it goes right back out to the river by
Okay.
itself. And we normally clean all this stuff out.
Yes.
So you can boat. I have some pictures showing boats docked up here.
Right, right.
And sail go around that way and come back.
And come around.
And stuff like that. So this is the island there. This over there is a fishing ground that you can fish.
Fishing over there. Okay. And now the property, does it extend to that hill over here? Just trying to.
No. That's the road.
That's the road. Oh, so just to the road. To the road. Gotcha.
If you look carefully, you'll see a light pole or two.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
And it extends to these trees if you look at some trees. So
yes.
all of here now, from here, it's a part of the island that goes there. And
yes.
This is a tree that is not the forest one, but a good amount that kind of have a kind of a silver silhouette around it.
Yes. I see that one.
Okay. The island goes around there. And that tree is on the island. And behind that tree is a lot of water. I don't know how much water is there. Okay. So a little bit of work and we can have the full island
back together.
And we can row. And on every little slope now, like on there, on there, see another little hillside here.
Yes.
See another nice little one here. We're putting cabins.
Oh, okay. So a cabin over there, overlooking the little island and the river.
Right.
Now the height here, is that that's like a little mound of dirt, earth, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over there, we dig this.
Yes, and put it over there. Yeah. So the kids could even do a King of the Hill. You know, they climb up and
slide down.
Make it thing, yeah. Ah.
So, all right, we're going to go onto this building. We're going to go look, have a little view from there.
Okay. I'm going to plug in. See, I have my solar device here.
This is a stone wall.
Yeah, no, I was saying, I have my little solar charger.
Oh, you have a solar charger.
Yeah,
okay, yes.
So, because I make sure to, always have a wireless means. Yes, man, yeah. And this is it's recording straight to the internet right now.
Okay.
So that's the beauty. But I'm also recording it to the phone, so that way I can transfer the video over when the time comes. Yeah. And full quality, yeah. Because sometimes the signal's not good, people are not necessarily always getting a strong signal. So. Hey, Ari. Right, Doc.
Looks like you
Yeah.
put off the bike thing, but
No, I mean, you know, I'm in the country. I mean, I've been there for 2 weeks.
you wanted to do a bike.
Oh, like a motocross type of thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard they were doing something like that up the road.
Yeah, just on the
Yeah,
road
just
there. You know,
past
there's a
it.
little track on the corner that
Yeah,
they
I know
used
what
to,
it is.
years ago, they used to race down here.
Huh.
You know,
Yes,
them,
I heard that.
them down there ride today, but it is a real small track and it is a real funny little place to get in and out of. So what is it? Your development plan? You look like you're doing a video.
Yes, we're looking at working with the Boy Scout and some other things for an exciting place to come for them to enjoy.
I wouldn't say Boy Scout, I'm talking internationally.
Yeah,
Yeah, so as a major development here, so that they can bring whole troops to come and camp and do various things.
It's a very, very nice place.
Yes.
And it's big. You can bring sizable amount of people.
Yes. And close to Kingston. That's the cool thing, Part of the problem with some of the other properties, they're nice, but they're way too far, man. By the time you get there, boy, half your energy burn off just on the drive. So, being this close is nice and, relatively close to the airport, close to a lot of, housing, Airbnb, hotels, the work. So
what happened? What Craig saying now?
Yeah, he said that they were going to come and get a tractor.
So this is the track for the go-karts right here, wrapping around. And there's lots of room. This could even be doubled or tripled, As a matter of fact, and then the land is here, just a matter of paving it and making whatever is needed. And as I was saying earlier, this house right here could be a nice sort of a canteen area where people can come, or like a cultural center, if you will. So they could have projectors in there, meeting space in there. They could hold events right here, because this is definitely big enough. And maybe if a driveway were cut from the front to see, just to orient you with where we arrived. If you see off in the distance, that's the motion adventure ride. Right there, it would be very easy just to cut a driveway and bring it around to here, so that people can enter onto this property right here and come up to the meeting space in this building. And as I'm seeing the steps leading up to the top, well, the scouts, that's what I'm trying to do, is cut a deal here to have the scouts help to contribute to bringing this place back, right, and to setting it up, and in exchange for access and time, right? Because all this place really needs is a lot of hands and some equipment, right, to set it up. So let's take a look I'm getting a little height here, so I can sort of get a sky view. All right. So here we are. I've got a little height now. Let me do a sweep, because I'm trying to get a sense of the property in its entirety. And it's a big piece of land, really big. Definitely big enough for what needs to be done. Almost as big, I think, as the Camp Alpine, where I, used to take the scouts in New York to. This is maybe not close, maybe a half the size, roughly. But definitely nice big piece of that. Okay, so now we can see the go-kart from here. So that's the go-kart track in front and beyond, the kiddie area there. Yes, it's not, it looks rural, but it's not that rural. It's close to town rural, but the land needs development. This is a diamond in the rough. So, you guys have to sort of put on your mental goggles here, because think about it, all the way up to those hills, everything I'm showing you right now is a part of the property. So we've got hillside, you've got flats, you've got a river, you've got, go-karts, you've got various things here that, with some investment, could turn into a major attraction for Kingston. So you'd have ready access to almost, 1.5, maybe 2 million people, right? Immediately. And with cruise ships coming to New York, to Kingston, that means daily excursions from the cruise ships. And remember, each cruise ship, these are the mega cruises that have thousands of people on them, would be able to come here as a day trip to enjoy, You could come to the Great House once it's developed to eat and have lunch. You know, they could go swimming in the river right there. The, oh, an artificial pool over here?
We're going to go over and see it
over
shortly.
there. All right.
So you can see the edges of it with a water slide.
Okay. Oh, the water slide as well. Oh, I see right here coming down. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's a slide. Yeah, I see. So a little bit if you guys can see that water slide right there.
And this here,
Yeah.
there's a bumper boat inside here. Another little jetty here.
Yes.
And you can pay a little amount and go sailing around.
Okay. Right here. Yeah.
You can come up on the island and stuff. So this is another little recreation
Yeah.
along the road.
No, the river's just beyond it, right?
Yes.
Because I'm wondering, is it possible you could link up some of these things, right? Where you travel sort of from the upstream, come around, boat around, and come back to here, even, right? Yeah, yeah, just to connect it, right?
From here.
Oh, it is connected. I
Yes.
see that now, right?
We call it Jungle Safari.
Yes.
Yes. So you can use one of these, and you can go from way around the front here, you saw there, and you can come around here and go back.
Yes.
It's a little longish trip,
Yes.
but it's
No, but that's all right. Some people, you could
Some
make it
people
like
like
a 40-minute thing. What they call lazy
Right.
river in the States.
Yes.
So you have the water flowing. So the water is kind of, you just sort of sit in like a bumper boat or in a inflatable
You have a little,
tube and just relax as it carries you
it's hard.
from one
You
spot
have
to
use
another.
a motor because
Yeah.
here is the same level as down there.
Oh, okay.
So, but we have the motors. We have dozens of motors,
Yeah.
and we have about a dozen of those.
Yes.
That's the enemy number one now, the cows.
The cows, yeah, yeah.
And then over there,
Wow.
it's ideal
We got
for
more
a little
cows.
scrimmage. But just right over here, alone, we're going to put a little bridge over to there.
Okay, so like a field there, right?
Yes.
There's room
We
for
have
a
another
lot of
little-
things there.
Another little mini island over that side, just
Okay,
behind you. Let's go down and have a look at this.
all right.
All this want to see is a little cash.
Right, right, yes.
Want some cash, man. You came inside here and saw the lockers.
Oh, no, I didn't see you, no. I've
Hundreds
gone.
of lockers inside here.
Because I was saying, yeah, this is a good, like a little center where people can come and...
Yes, can
Oh,
you
so
see
you've
the-
got lockers in. What was this
Yeah.
before?
This in slavery time. It's an old building, you know.
Oh,
building
this is from slavery times?
200 years old.
I would have never guessed. Oh, wow. So
What
this...
happened?
Oh, okay,
they
this
have
is a
actually-
building
this
from
was just
slavery
done
time.
recently
Yes.
Because the
Original
building was
materials
falling
crumbling.
apart.
Yeah.
Yes, it was crumbling. So it was done recently.
Oh, wow.
This was initially the headman's house. And then
Okay.
it became a drying yard.
So headman's house, then a drying yard. For
Yes.
tobacco, was it? Tobacco
For
drying.
tobacco, yeah.
Right. Okay.
We have a
Look,
nice
you got a
party
tree growing
inside.
out of the wall there.
Yes, we come around the other side and
Wow.
see, yeah, man.
I guess that's the molasses maybe it's eating.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so this was like an overseer's house, I'd assume, right?
Yes.
Head overseer in slavery days. Oh,
See, I
so-
set up this for the pay area.
yes.
So all of this is set up and it's not being used.
Yeah.
So all this want to do is clean up.
Right.
One time the guys captured some cows and put them on. You said
In here?
Cow mess, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. This is big. I no idea. Yeah, from the outside. Oh, wow. Look at this.
Yes. So this can take 300 people.
Yes, this could be a whole dining area. This could be like a lunch area. Air condition it so people want to come in here and cool off.
Games here.
Yes.
Come for the games here. Can do whatever they want here.
Yes. Wow. And I'm assuming this is the original house wall, right?
Yes.
From slavery days.
Yes.
Wow.
Again, the seal of the thing.
Yeah. But I can see some of what looks like maybe the original stone and mortar and whatnot.
If you
Okay,
you
so
can pick with your finger.
yes.
But if you come up here,
Wow.
so I put on this.
Yes. Right. To protect it, yeah. Okay, this is a big space here. Wow. Mhm. Okay, and then no, lockers, right.
Change room.
So you can come and fit right for the swimming
And I
and
have
such.
2 sets of these.
Right.
This is for female. and
Female. On the other side for the males. All
Yeah,
right.
just behind here.
Yes.
So, few $1,000 US.
Yeah. And yeah, this will be ready.
And the pier would be inside.
Right. And such, yes. The entrance here to come and change. Yeah, and here, like I said, you could have a nice eating area, relaxation area.
Yes.
Put some big windows, you know, let sun shine in.
So eating and games, and I can hear kids playing.
In here, yes.
We have a nice storeroom right inside there, so storage right under there.
Oh,
And
under
then
the going down, I see.
Yeah. So it's all this one is clear.
This almost looks like a prison. I'm sorry. I said the way it looks is almost like a, you know, like there's a little the original house. Yeah. Wow.
And these cows are just.
I can imagine.
And then over here, what we're looking at is the possibility. Of, remember the splash deck that I have
Yes.
rebuilding the splash deck here.
Oh, so this would be like a little area you could sit and get wet, a little like.
Yes. So it could be just like that. Yeah.
Right.
All sorts of things to spray water and you could enjoy it. And then parents can be inside there eating something and stuff. Other kids can be inside here playing.
Right.
We have also a lot of mini go-karts. We're looking whether or not we could run some of them in here. Because one of the problems we have is rain.
Right.
This
and you
is
need
one
a cover.
of the few times I come here on a Sunday afternoon and it's all sun.
Right. Well, the weather's broken now, thank God.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've been telling everybody that we're getting unprecedented levels of rain
Yes.
in recent days. This is global warming, man. No doubt about it.
And then so you go up here today.
Yeah.
It's the office and the pay area.
Right.
They can pay, do you go kart? Up here now, we're looking at covering now all of here. So bring the cover over here.
Right, up to the top.
That will come way over here. And
Okay.
Remember the merry-go-round that was there? We could put the merry-go-round like
Yes.
here, for example. The train, this is already nice flat thing, so we make the train come to a point and leave the rest open.
Okay.
We could put a few other rides and then cover it coming straight over to that.
Oh, so all of here we're standing now would be undercover. Undercover.
So rain or shine.
So kids could have fun here, even if it's raining, yeah.
I don't know if you saw the miniature golf that is right.
Oh no, I missed that.
Partially covered in between cow mess and grass. I don't know which one. Okay, you remember the bumper boat? Bumper cars?
The bumper cars, yes.
That's bumper cars. All it needs to put again a cover over it. It's 50 by 25.
Okay.
So it can take about 12 bumper cars. You have about 20 of them.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, the mini golf here. Yes, I see it.
1, 2, 3, 9 of them are here.
9 holes.
And we look like want to put some.
Yes, I see it.
Easy.
Wow.
So all it look like we need is some.
Yeah, so cash, man. Yeah, investment to clean it up, update it. Yeah.
I'm going to. You remember when they had this thing called hoverboard?
Hoverboard. Yes.
It's really like
Oh, right, the skate park. I see what you have here. Yeah, it just popped out at me. All right,
so
right here.
We made this for it.
Yeah.
We're going to just clean it up.
Yes, like a skateboard.
Into just one
area.
big tall building. Look at the cows again.
Yeah.
So we put on top there. You could go there and eat and look out for each other.
Right.
And then all of here covered.
We covered under. So from there all the way across to the building here would be a covered over. So this entire space is fairly big too, you know. Wow.
It's almost 100 by 100. Or 100 by 80.
Yes.
Now, look at it. You see inside here, if you look, you can see some of the infrastructure.
Yeah.
It's that big one, but here, inside there's a lot of cut stone stuff inside here.
Okay.
Another lovely place. It's just that we got it with the place.
Right, you came with it.
So it's something more to it. Again, look at things starting for the covering here.
Yeah.
All of these to help the cover.
Right.
So we got a lot of things. Look at this thing.
Okay. Wow. Lots of land you have here, sir.
Yes, again, look at more lawns.
Lawns over here, right, I see it. Flattened out. And we're heading towards the riverside now, right?
Yes, back to where we're coming from. This is where I was pointing you that.
Oh, yeah.
Look, you can see the original lawn.
Yeah.
This is almost 4 acres of lawn. Starting from down here and going way up here to beyond.
And I see the water slide here, yeah.
That was
Okay, here. This looked like it was like a swimming pool or
it's an artificial river. And
artificial river. Okay.
You have another one. You remember where we looked at way up? No?
Yes.
That is where it starts from.
Oh, it starts up there and then comes
up
over
there is
here.
not finished. But this here, all this needs to do is pump out the water.
Right.
Patch where it has some places that have some faults.
Yes.
Just need to patch them.
Right.
Pump water back in. You remember we was talking about silver copper ionization and ozoning? That's
yes.
We would use chlorine at all in here.
Okay, right, to clean the water.
Listen carefully.
Yes, I hear
we built a canal. You remember way up that way?
Yes.
We had captured the water.
Yes.
And put a canal here where the water came down.
Yes.
And you remember that semicircular elliptical pond there?
Yes.
So it comes into that pond by a sluice gate.
Okay.
And goes around to the front. So it's half a mile of river we've made.
Yes.
Sailable with boats.
Yes.
So I mean it's quite a bit of money. But what caused us to think we should have gotten approximately $1 million US from the bank.
Yes.
Didn't get it. So everything else.
Right.
But some people have called me and they said I think that we can get some funding through them. So
okay.
So this is nice. So the kiddie section up there is only 2 foot 6 deep.
2 foot 6.
And
okay.
here is roughly 5 foot deep.
And 5 foot.
And you see a little straight edge place here?
Yes.
That is what they call an infinity pool, or they call it negative edge.
Yes. Oh, right. So if it's full up to the top. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right.
It looks like it's going way over.
Right. So that would be the infinity edge over there.
Purified.
Okay.
Underground here.
Yes.
Going back up there and come back.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
But,
yeah.
Look at pollution in the atmosphere. The thing was white,
Yeah.
It is coated with a white coat. Thing called pool coat.
Yes.
And because it's not in use.
Right.
If you get out this stuff here, this is the bottom white. We're going to do it in blue. God's willing.
Yeah. Right.
So this is the basics of this side, and then the rest of it is up on the hills.
Yes. Yeah.
Not speaking so much about the Jamaica. So right now we're here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at a piece of this. We're standing up about here now. It's the building there.
Yes. Oh, one of the followers saying, with all this property, I think that the banks in Jamaica would lend you or should lend you.
Let me tell you something. If you want a car, 3 days you get a car. If you want to do development, back to the back of
and this is foolish, because I mean, this would benefit the entire island, right? Entire island. I mean, this short-sightedness, and you know what this is? I tell you what it is.
The banks.
They're very clever. They don't want to take more than X amount of risk.
Yes.
And that's a shame, because if you do that, then development is going to grind to a halt, because all development incurs some inherent risk, but the payoffs are great.
Yes.
And this isn't any big deal. I mean, we're known for tourism anyway.
Yeah.
This is no major lift.
This is nothing much nowadays, US dollars.
Yeah.
I'm talking to some people are talking to a company, then a minimum of $1 million US.
Yes.
Because the payment is about $150,000
a month. Okay.
$150,000 US.
Yeah.
A month. But when this place is running, it can easily make 5 times that much.
Right.
Because we had 1 or 2 little runs. We got a little run 2 or 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And we were able to make that easily. And it's just on the Kiddies Park alone.
Right. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot more here has to offer. I mean, between if you really put this to the full extent, my God.
From here across the river.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. And matter of fact, you could take it off the hill.
Feet, huh?
Yeah, because you could take it a little bit up the hill, because you have the height there, for the zip line.
Well, we just take it enough to get you across the river. Because when that river comes up, it comes up
pretty high. Yeah.
And it does that, well, of late, fairly regularly.
Yeah.
But there's another little island this way, that flame of the forest tree, they call it Donkey Peepee tree. I don't know if you know.
Donkey People Tree? No, I've never heard of that.
Donkey Peepee.
Oh,
Really,
donkey pee pee.
urine.
Oh,
What
okay.
happened in each one of those flowers?
Yes.
It has something that looks like a penis, a little penis,
Yes.
about this big, and maybe it look like the donkey stuff. But if you hold and squeeze it,
Yes.
a liquid comes out. But listen to it now.
Yeah.
It is rated as a liquid that if you have cataract and stuff like that, it's good for your eyes and stuff. If you,
Oh,
you see
really?
it on the internet,
Oh, okay.
research it on the internet.
Yeah.
It's called
So,
Flame of the Forest.
Flame of the Forest, or otherwise known as donkey pee pee tree.
Donkey,
Donkey. Yeah.
you know, donkey.
Oh, donkey. All right.
In Jamaica, so
Yes, yes.
yeah, man. So all of inside here is fenced, there's cut stone fence. And inside here they have the original owners had a brunch, lovely brunch place under this big round tree.
Yeah. And this is nice. I see this tree is a
benches
lovely
under
tree
there,
here. Yeah. Oh.
A kind of a, when you just a little fed up.
Yes, I can imagine. Oh, wow, yes, I can imagine. So, but you know, like I said, you have a diamond in the rough here, for sure, for sure. I don't even have to ask. It would be obvious to anybody. Have any of these bank people even come to take a look? It's so silly, you know. Let me tell you, what are banks for? I've got my gripes to them, you know. Tell you the God truth. They're not helping the country.
A guarantee for the loan.
Yeah.
Went to BBJ and they said they're not focusing on this type of stuff.
Yeah.
They are doing the internet one.
Oh, you mean the business outsourcing?
Business
Well, that's lazy. You know, this clearly, I mean, if Kingston is stepping up as a tourist destination, for sure. You know, you can see that happening already. And to have a major site like this, again, and I'm here word in the wind that they're going to have cruise ships coming to Kingston. You know, so what are the people going to do when they arrive? You know, I mean, Kingston doesn't really have that much restaurants, you know, but nothing historical per se. Yeah. And Bob Marley thing, you know, that's only but so much.
Great house.
Yes.
You can drink coffee from a place where
Coffee was originally planted,
Jamaica,
yeah.
right? And for those who are that minded, find out that the liberator of Cuba, when Cuba was in slavery, came here to raise money
Right.
for the Cuban Revolution. The hotel, which is going to be on the dining area,
Yeah.
is hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
It's really, I want to fix stuff to make it look like a really nice statue, and so you can put in some
Yeah.
nice stuff. Yes, John. I am just heading back to Rome.
So as you guys can see, there's a lot on offer here. And he's had a warm time trying to get any interest from the banks to grant him the loan that allow him to develop this property. And what I'm hoping to do is that if we, as the Boy Scouts of Jamaica, can contribute to help bringing this place up, you know, we will earn our, you know, opportunity to partake here and to, you know, have activities here. And that would be great. Yes, all of the buildings we've seen predate the USA. Right, and all of the big structures, so the aqueduct, this overseer's house here, and the Great House, all predate the United States.
Because we were going to make this if we hadn't gotten the the owner before we did. We were going to make it into a little motel. That's why if you notice the steel partitioning looking steel,
yeah.
And we decided that we didn't want the motel. We're going to fix up the Great House.
The Great House makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense.
There's also another house beside the Great House.
Oh, okay.
Oldish house, but not quite as old.
Let's hope it's not haunted. If it's haunted, that'd be funny. With some old slave, because I mean, slavery wasn't a nice time, so you can imagine.
A lot of people, a lot of the kids in the area say it's haunted.
They say it's haunted.
The Great House itself. But guess what? Anytime anything is old, they say it's
haunted.
I've been inside here all sort of time, day and night and stuff like that. I
haven't seen it. No duppies. No
the workers will come. I have a worker that came to say that he come in here one night and hear like people talking and so on and so forth. Another person said that across the property, they always see a white lady riding a white horse.
Yeah.
But every old property in Jamaica
Have a story.
have a story.
Yeah.
You know. Look on the cow. I should have 2 cabins on that hill. They can get things. I'm up here eating the grass. Yeah. So,
And it's cool up here, right? I noticed
yes.
it's not hot at all.
Yeah, generally cool. If you're in the sun, you'll be hot.
And I assume dark as well at night. Yeah, pretty dark at night.
Yeah, it just depends on the moon.
No, yeah, of course the moon. But other than the moon, I mean, you're not getting that light pollution.
City
One of the
light?
things I
No.
hate, the city light pollution coming in and ruining the whole vibe.
Hardly have any.
So here it'd be quiet
Far
and dark and cool. Oh,
absolutely.
wow, that's nice.
Absolutely.
I love that, man. And so close to keep, man. Look, even if I don't get to go, you have to call me when you get this together, man, because I'll be coming for sure. This is right up my alley, my friend. Definitely.
It's a lychee tree. Look at this huge lychee tree.
Oh, lychee, this. Okay.
Lychee tree.
Lychee tree.
I had some benches, I think, when guys put them on the hill. Can you imagine you clear a little round of bench about and you have place you can just
come over here and sit and relax. Yeah.
And I've put in a few more up here. So I want to talk the 18 holes.
Yes.
But I'm kind of the thing. I'm supposed to talk about
It's just the soil that is
Charlie.
What's this? How are you, man?
I'm very good. How are you doing?
Ah, boy.
How's the family?
Together.
Excellent.
Yes. This is Richard.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Richard is doing some work with the international scouting aspect of things, and he's talking about the possibility of us doing some
like a partnership. Yeah, what we're looking for right now, we're working with Hope Zoo,
Right.
but you have here what Hope Zoo doesn't have. And what I see is a nice collaboration with the Boy Scouts, with Hope Zoo, and with yourself to develop here, man, to the level that we can bring international large bodies of scouts to come and camp in Jamaica and shuttle between the two. See, because they're close enough, and it's not a hell of a drive all the way into the countryside. And you have the river here, you have lakes, a lot of stuff. Again, either Hope Zoo lost through Coconut Park disappearing, or you just don't have and can't have. But there's no river in reach. You see what I'm saying? So you could have a full spectrum, because again, scouting covers a lot of different activities and things. And, you know, this is, again, just close enough to town, but not too close that you don't feel like you went somewhere. You know, you take a little drive to get here.
It's close to close.
Yes, you know, so people can, you know, fly into Kingston, you know, get housed locally, or once you have the cabins here, housed right here on property, right? And spend half the day here, maybe half at Hope, and come back. Yeah. Easy run. Yeah.
Yes, so this is what we have.
Yes.
And so you think it's something with the potential, huh?
Without a question. Without a question. It's just the question if we can. The only issue now is to get investors interested. I think what I've documented thus far is very convincing, I think. You know, I'm going to put it together properly, you know. Yes. And then go out there. Because, again, you know, we want a comprehensive solution for the scouts and something permanent. And that's been the problem. Nothing permanent here. So they're struggling to get the boys invested. Go with something permanent. And again, that does double duty, because, you know, the same cabins you have for everybody.
Yes.
Scouts can use as well.
And the good thing is that I'm committed to do this. And I'm trying to commit to lock it in beyond my lifetime.
Right.
So,
all right. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm giving you the scout shake now. It's the left hand shake. Yes. I usually do 2 fingers. Right. This is the lock of friendship.
Okay.
Right. So.
All right.
Well, thanks, man. And again, sorry, I apologize for Karen, because she was tied up.
No problem.
So she couldn't come, because she was very excited and she wanted to see. But I told her, don't worry, we'll be back.
Yes.
So thanks again. All right.
Yes, I'm very interested
Thank you.
in seeing the thing on YouTube once you
Yes.
post it.
Edit and set
About
it
how
up.
long from now?
As quickly as I can get it. Oh, no. Within a week. I work fast, yeah. That's one thing. I don't... See, I come with the American sensibility. I know here in Jamaica laid back things. So no, I'm cut. So as you can see, we met, 2 days ago?
Yes.
And I'm here today, right?
All right.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All right, gentlemen, take care. Thank you for your time. Oh, okay, right. This almost went the wrong way.
Yeah, that one is a lock.
All right. So thanks, man. And like I said, you'll be hearing from me soon.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot a little bit more video. So, okay, guys, that's it. And thank you for those of you who stuck around. And yeah, sorry, I know there are some connectivity issues, but I will be putting it on YouTube, so you'll be able to see it then. So until then, I'm going to head back down the hill. So thanks for watching, and you'll be hearing from me very soon on this. And again, I want you guys to come help Charlie here get this place set up, man. This is a great opportunity for kids for certain, you know. And again, you know, encompassing the umbrella of the Boy Scouts, and you know what we're about and how we enrich the lives of children. This can only serve to be a great benefit to the country, to the world. You know, again, you never know where things can go once you put your all into it. So, God willing, we will make this thing into something great. So, thanks, guys, and take care, and I will see you later.